Hello students, hope all of you are fine and keep yourself busy in study. Students, our chapter the Vedic period. This is the second video of this chapter, and in the previous I discussed the sources of information about the Vedic period, that is the literary and the archaeological sources. In this I will tell about the features of the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. First of all, the early Vedic period lies between the time period 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, and the later Vedic period was from the 1000 BCE to 500 BCE. Students, I will use EVP short form for the early Vedic period and LVP for the later Vedic period. First of all, about the Vedas, you know it very well now. There are the four Vedas, and the first Veda, the Rig Veda, is the oldest Veda, and it was composed during the time of the early Vedic period. The rest of the three, that is the Samveda, Yajurveda and the Atharvaveda, all of these three were composed during the later Vedic period. Next is about the settlement. During the early Vedic period, firstly, the Aryans were settled in the Sapta Sindhu region. Sapta Sindhu means 7 rivers region, that is Punjab. In the Punjab at the time there was the river Indus and its tributaries, and the land of the Punjab was very rich and fertile, and it was referred as the Brahmvarta. Brahmvarta means land of the gods. And during the later Vedic period, Aryans moved towards the eastern direction of India, and they settled in the Ganga Yamuna Doab region. Ganga Yamuna means the land between the two rivers of the Ganga and Yamuna, that is called the Doab, and this land is called the Aryavarta, or the land of the Aryans. Here I have a picture. You can check it in the map. This is a settlement of the Aryans in the early Vedic period. Look at it. It is a area of the Punjab. Some areas cover in the Jammu and Kashmir, and this is the area of the Pakistan, which earlier the part of the Punjab. And here it is Peshawar, Harappa, etc. These sites are here, and it is a river Indus and its tributaries, that is the Jhelum, Chenab, Sutlej, Ravi, etc. In the later Vedic period, the Aryans moved towards the eastern side, and then they settled in the Ganga and Yamuna Doab region. Here is Ayodhya, Kurukshetra, Indraprastha. Indraprastha means that is today's Delhi. So in these areas, Aryans settled during the later Vedic period. Next is the Vedic society. In the Vedic society, first of all, families there. The families were patriarch. Patriarch means head of the family was a oldest male member. The oldest male member was the head of the family, that is called the patriarch system was there. The oldest male member was the head of the family, and he was called the Grihapati. Joint family system was there. Monogamy was practiced. Monogamy means one man had one wife. And polygamy was among the royal and noble families. Royal means जो king families है, ministers की family है. They had the polygamy system, is they could had more than one wife, and then wife was responsible for the household work. So this is the system of the family. It was same during the early Vedic age and the later Vedic age. Position of women in the early Vedic age, it was very respectful position of the woman during the early Vedic period. Women had right to education. They enjoyed equal opportunities as men. They can attend the assemblies. There were two types of assemblies, Sabha and Smiti. Later on I will discuss it with you in the next video. Child marriage sati system was absent, means at that time child marriage sati system was not there. Next is the women could remarry and could choose their husband. The women had the right to remarry, and they can, means after the death of their husband they can remarry, and they had the right to choose their husband. So this is about the position of women during the early Vedic period. In the later Vedic period, there was a decline in the status of women. Now, women position was not good. It was totally declined. Women did not have right to property. Child marriage took place. Women not allowed to attend the assemblies and not allowed to study the Vedas, means they even not had the right to education. So in this way, the woman position was totally declined during the later Vedic period. This is a most important difference of the early Vedic age and the later Vedic age about the position of the woman. During the early Vedic age, the position of women was very good, but not during the time of the later Vedic period. Next is about the food, dress and amusements. Men and women wore cotton and woolen clothes. Among the ornaments, they wore the ornaments made up of the gold, silver and ivory, and both men and women wore the ornaments. Under the food items, barley, milk products, vegetables, fruits were their main food items. For the recreation or for the amusements, chariot racing means जो रथ वगैरह होते हैं उनसे जो रेस लगाते हैं ये, chariot racing, horse racing, dice playing like chess, music and dance were the part of their entertainment, part of their recreation. During the later Vedic period, we have the evidences of rice production. देखो, first of all, there was in the early Vedic age, barley was there. In the later Vedic period, rice production was also there. And drinks, Soma and Sura. Two types of drinks are there, Soma and Sura, which were the intoxicating drinks. And they were used to drink during the time of the festivals. Next is about the social divisions. During the early Vedic period, the society was divided into 4 classes on the basis of occupation. देखो, तो occupation के ऊपर बेस पर कि जो पर्सन जिस जॉब में एफिशिएंट है, जिस जॉब में स्किल्ड है, ठीक है, जिस जॉब में जो पर्सन परफेक्ट है, द मैन वुमेन गोट द सेम जॉब, गोट द सेम वर्क. तो उस बेसिस पर क्लासेस को डिवाइड किया गया था. द सोसाइटी वाज डिवाइडेड. First of all, there was the Brahmins. Brahmins were the scholars, learned men who explained the Vedic text and performed the religious ceremonies. Second is the Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas, they belong to the ruling class. So, ruling class means the warriors who protect the tribe from the enemies, from the outside attacks. Vaishyas, they engaged in trade, agriculture and industrial activities, means they were the like business holders were there. Shudras, who served the other 3 classes, who were the unskilled, means they were the carpenters, cobblers, like these persons were there in the Shudras, and they served the other 3 classes. And this system was not hereditary. This system was not hereditary. It was not rigid. तो ये नहीं था उस टाइम पर कि वैश्य का बेटा वैश्य ही बनेगा, शूद्र का बेटा शूद्र ही बनेगा, क्षत्रिय का बेटा क्षत्रिय होगा. नो, इट वाज नॉट सो इन द अर्ली वैदिक पीरियड. इट वाज डिवाइडेड ओनली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द ऑक्यूपेशन. देखो, अगर वैश्य का बेटा है या बेटी है, सन और डॉटर, ओके, विच एवर इज देयर, इफ दे आर इंटरेस्टेड, दे आर in the education and they become the scholars, then they can even occupy the occupation of a Brahmin. If the Brahmin son is not a scholar, daughter not a scholar, they can go the position of the Shudras. So in this way, it was not hereditary in the early Vedic age, but in the later Vedic age, it became hereditary. Shudras son became Shudras, Vaishya's son became Vaishyas. Caste system prevalent there. Caste system आगे थी अब. The social division became rigid. superior position were enjoyed by Brahmins and Kshatriyas. So Brahmins and Kshatriyas, they considered the upper class, and the Shudras became the lower class, and they came to be regarded as the untouchables. So Shudras came to be regarded as the untouchables. They are regarded as untouchables. So in this way, the society was totally there was a totally different society in the later Vedic age. Next is the 4 ashrams or stages of life. The life of a man was divided into 4 stages. They were the Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and the Sannyasa. In the Brahmacharya, it is up to 25 years of age. It was a time to acquire knowledge. Brahmacharya, man, woman, they go to the Gurukul. They go to the Gurukul to acquire the knowledge, to learn something from their Guru, to take the education. And about the Gurukul system, I will tell you in detail in the next video. Grihastha, it is from the 25 years to 50 years. When man got married and led the family life. So he or she, man got married and they enjoyed the married life in the Grihastha. Third is the Vanaprastha. It was from the 50 to 75 years. When man handed over his property and responsibilities to his sons. So अपने बेटों को दे रहा है सारी property and responsibility, handed over to their sons. I retired to the forest, and he went to the forest and practiced meditation there. तो वहाँ पे meditation भी practice हो रही है in the Vanaprastha. Sannyasa, it is from the 75 years onwards. When man had to renounce all worldly pleasures, सब कुछ छोड़ दिया है, family को, no one come to meet him in the forest. The man believed he could get moksha. Moksha means freedom from the cycle of life and death. The man believed he could get moksha or salvation by renunciation. Renunciation means renounce all worldly pleasures. So in this way, these are the 4 ashrams in which the life of a man was divided. That is the Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and the Sannyasa. So next, it is all about today. Next topics, that is the religion, economy, and then Gurukul system, political organization. In the next video, I will discuss, and that will be the last video of this chapter. In today's video, I discuss with you about the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period, the various features of these 2 periods, that is Vedas settlement, where these periods was during this period where the Aryans were settled, about the Vedic society. In the Vedic society, I tell you about the family system, about the position of women in the early Vedic period and the later Vedic period. Then the food, dress and amusements. Then social divisions. There were the 4 social divisions: Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and the Shudras. And then about the 4 ashrams or stages of life, that is the Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and the Sannyasa. Students, it is all about today. Have a nice day. God bless you.